Hey, deserving listeners, 90-Day Fiancé bears all. Let's watch.
Lawsuit. I have never sold a picture of my feet. Period. So don't
I know, you
even
sell
sit there
other
and
pictures.
say that I got you into your foot business. Fuck that.
It's more than just feet. But anyway, if people like my feet, some people have foot fetishes, why not make money? I would have never thought I could make money from selling foot pictures.
Okay, so it's fine. Megan wants to take pictures of her feet. It's consensual. And send them to people for reasons that we probably can imagine what they use the pictures for. And Megan's okay with that. I'm quite positive she knows what people use them for. And she makes money off of it. Totally fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's consensual on multiple, everyone's consenting. And it works out fine. So, you know, and then Megan said that Becca introduced her to it, and Becca's like, you know, how dare you? Okay. And then Megan is saying, well, you sell other pictures of yourself. You know, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything's okay. You don't have to yell at each other. That's what I think. It's like, Megan sells pictures of her feet. Big deal. And Becca might sell pictures of other, I don't know. Big deal. It's okay. Everything's okay.
People that want, you know, just
Stick a foot up with Charlie's ass and he did it?
Andrei, hold up just a second.
You know, feet pictures just like normal
Yes.
with your shoes on or whatever. Other ones where you're showing the soles of your feet. I've had people ask, you know, can you
Denial,
dirty your
but-
feet up and, you know, send me a picture of your feet like dirty?
Yeah?
I don't know.
Okay. Wow.
So it sounds like Megan is saying she doesn't know what people are using. She referred to herself as a foot model, which I suppose it kind of is. I don't know the terminology, but is Megan claiming she doesn't know what people want the pictures for? Which is also, I don't know, is that fine? Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just pictures. It's fine.
It's definitely a good business.
Just pictures of your feet.
And, yeah.
People actually, блядь, send me нахуй, like, блядь, videos and fucking pictures how she's with a dick in her mouth. And, блядь, like, she's fucking literally lying to me.
I
Like, she's
don't
lying
need
to
to
you,
explain
блядь.
myself to you,
You don't need to
okay?
explain.
Okay. So even if she is, I don't know, lying about the extent of the pictures and the, you know, if she does send nude pictures to people for money, it's fine. Like, if she's a little shy about it, that's okay. She doesn't want to reveal on TV. She doesn't want to talk about it in front of her family or whatever. That's okay. You know, people take pictures of themselves and they sell it. And I don't know what the problem is. And this notion that somehow you're catching someone on something and you're going to, what, like humiliate them like they're some kind of dirty person because they take pictures of themselves and get paid for it. Like this whole conversation is on that foundation, which is wrong-headed, I guess is the word for it, and based on old ideas of purity, particularly for women.
Explain
need
to the
to
audience,
explain
nahui. You're a
myself to you.
porno star and you're fucking 2 cents, nahui.
Okay.
Explain it. That's it.
Right.
That's it. You're broke and you're a porno star.
Let me just, a yes or no?
Are you a porno star?
Hold on just a second,
Dude,
Andrei.
shut up.
Andrei, okay.
You are, okay.
Megan, you have...
I don't know why Megan doesn't just embrace it. I mean, it sounds like she's saying, look, I'm famous now in 90 Day Fiancé. I'm getting all these requests and I fulfill those requests in the safety of my own home. I don't have to interact with any randos, you know, physically. And I send pictures and I get $1,000 a day and win-win. Everyone wins. I don't know if she's doing that. I don't know why she just isn't, you know, to hide it implies she has something to hide, which obviously causes Andrei and the crew to pounce.
Pictures of your feet.
I have nice feet.
Has anyone here ever sold a picture of another body part?
Yep.
You have? Which body part?
My boobs.
Okay. Is that all?
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't just, if that's her business now, she's given an opportunity to advertise about it and just be like, yeah, I take all sorts of pictures. I do, you know, I won't do this and this and this, but I pretty much do everything else, and I make a good amount of money. I don't know if she, obviously it's public, right? People can buy it, right? So just own up to it. It's fine. There's nothing immoral about it. It's only society's weird ideas of purity, particularly for women, that tell you that you should hide it at all, right? It's silly. Come on.
Arts?
I mean, I'll do like sexy videos and lingerie, stuff like that. but-
Okay. Andrei used the term porn. This is not something that you look at it as,
No,
right?
Not at all. I don't find feet sexual. I don't find your stomach sexual. My boobs are freaking fake, so okay.
So she's saying it's not pornography. I guess there are different definitions of pornography. But why not just call it what it is? But of course, she doesn't want to. She's trying to distance herself from those words because society sees her as a dirty person and impure, and there's something wrong with her. And I'm guessing that they're religious as well, and so there's probably some element of that.
The booth to show your feet to the camera, because I think you do have nice feet.
Wait, you need to charge him a fee for this.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we did have some guys on the crew who were in the feet. Okay, who's in the feet?
Oh, somebody has a foot fetish here?
Nothing wrong with a foot fetish. People have all sorts of fetishes. Now, we want to always be consensual with that. There are cases where people will non-consensually take pictures of it's often women, but it can be someone of any gender, pictures of their feet in public and this kind of thing. That's not okay. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with having any kind of a fetish as long as you are operating in a consensual manner.
Foot fetish?
Foot fetish? Oh, the camera guy.
Okay, Ortiz, how about those feet?
Are these foot fetish worthy?
And good on the camera guy for promoting kink awareness and sex positivity by saying, yep, I'm into feet and those are beautiful feet. She asked, so he answered and in a non-super creepy way. So, good on the camera guy for sex positivity and not kink shaming and promoting kink awareness and positivity. That's good.
How I am in the family business, and I just told her. Doesn't mean I'm jealous, doesn't mean I'm mad, doesn't mean I'm anything. I just simply explained to her the situation.
If you're getting a little bit scooted over, that's a problem.
My ex never went to my dad and asked him
It's
for any
again,
help.
but-
He started from the bottom
Same with
and worked his way
Thomas.
to the top.
Yeah.
You pick up opportunities.
All right, interesting. So Jen is, I think, saying that her husband started at the bottom of the family business and worked his way to the top. Okay, I mean, that gives a little bit of context, but that's not Andrei's fault. That's a problem, as I've been saying from the beginning, between you, Jen, and Becca and Chuck. Has nothing to do with Andrei. Andrei is just asking for a job, and he was given one. He's not supposed to ask for things, and if Chuck gives him a job, he's supposed to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. No. You must give me a pay cut. You must not, it's Andrei's just asking for something. He's getting something. If you have a problem, go to Chuck and say, Dad, it's unfair. My husband had to start from the bottom. Andrei's starting at the top. Now, maybe Chuck would say, well, I'm better off at this point, or I'm more worried about Andrei because of his job prospects and of him going back to Moldova with Libby and my granddaughter. And I'm sorry, but maybe there's a story there, but it's between you and your father, not between you and Andrei.
Please share,
But yeah.
Becky.
Yeah, there's mics.
No, Libby can share what I just encourage her to share.
I just think it's interesting saying working from the bottom and then to the top when a prime example is my brother Charlie, who didn't do that. He actually got money from my dad.
Oh my God.
So all of this it's just interesting to me. And there's clearly a lot of jealousy and clearly a lot of, I don't know, there's signs of problems, let's put it that way. Because people will say going into business with your family and friends is inherently problematic, and it's not. People make it work all the time. It's just notable that they keep focusing on the competition, and my hypothesis has always been from the beginning that the origin of this problem was because the parents weren't giving the kids enough love and attention. And early in life, they learned that they had to make sure that they were on top of competing. You know, one of the things that kids would do is that I would observe in families that had troubles was the kids would learn that if they just allow things to happen, the more vocal kids will get more love and attention. And so, because all the kids aren't getting enough love and attention and attunement. And so one of the kids learns, ooh, if I complain a lot, I get more love and attention. And then the other kids are like, wait, so I have to, I need to come. So people just start, it's like an arms race of complaining, because if you don't participate in the arms race, you won't get any love and attention, which makes me wonder what the history of this family is. I know there's a fair amount of kids which can, because we've only seen some of the siblings. There's a lot more siblings that aren't on the show. I'd be curious to know what their opinion is of everything. But when you have more kids, that raises the risk, not always, but it can raise the risk of attunement shortages among each of the children. We know there was a divorce. We've seen how much difficulty the kids have getting along. So when I see that, I wonder what was happening. For example, in my family, my parents gave all of us enough love and attention, and me and my siblings, we never really fought. And so now fighting among siblings isn't always a sign of lack of attunement. But, for all y'all out there, think about the level of closeness versus conflict you have with your siblings. And, you can perhaps correlate that with how much strife your parents are going through, such that they were distracted, such that they couldn't give the kids enough love and attention, or the parents themselves didn't get enough love and attention as children, and then didn't know how to give love and attention to their own children.
Estate agents make more money. True or false?
I don't know the answer to this. I'll play along. So attractive real estate agents make more money. That seems true. I don't know the research on that, but I have seen research when it comes to other kinds of fields, like being a food service person, I believe gets you more money. If you are a tall, good-looking person in a workplace, you tend to get more opportunities and a higher pay, that kind of thing. So I'm guessing that translates into real estate, but let's find out.
Based on that fact.
My husband's very good looking, thank you.
The answer is true. According to a research study published in Applied Financial Economics, attractive men and women make 10 to 15% more on average than their unattractive counterparts.
Yeah, it makes total sense. And it does point to a privilege that often isn't talked about, for sure.
Taking a shitload of money.
You're all on board with that one. Everyone gets a point. Andrei, what category would you like to pick?
Math, please.
Math, okay. All right, the closest answer gets the point. Most modern toilets use how many gallons of water for each flush?
So I wouldn't call that math. I would call that trivia about toilets. Toilet trivia. But I don't know the answer to that. I have known the answer to that. And I will say that in my lifetime, the amount of water in toilets has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. My parents, for a long time, had toilets from the 60s in our house up until maybe just 10 years ago. And I would, every once in a while, I'd go back home and use the bathroom. And I just noted, like, it was such a giant bowl of water. I mean, it was like a bathtub, the way these, because toilets, they get smaller and smaller to conserve water, which, has its pros and its cons. Pros meaning that it conserves water. The cons, I'm sure y'all know about. But how much is it? I feel like it's like 1.5 liters at this point, which is hard to imagine that's all. Maybe even 1 liter. I would guess 1.5 liters, but I'm pretty sure that's not right.
How many gallons of water for each?
Oh, gallons. So 1.5 liters. What is that? Like 3/4 gallon? I don't know. Maybe 1.5 gallons. No, I feel like it's less than a gallon. So 3/4 gallon.
Flush. Megan says 2 gallons. Becky says 1 to 2, and Andrei, you say 6.
6 gallons of water. And Becca says 1 to 6. I'm pretty sure you can't give a range when you're asked a specific question. But Megan said 2 gallons. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was less than a gallon, but let's see.
One of them got the answer. One of them got it right. The answer is 1.6.
Becca did not get that right. You can't say 1 to 2 and get that right. You know, I could have said, or any of them could have said 0 to 70. You know, that's not a. You can't give a range in a. I would argue that Megan got it right because at least she had the most qualifying answer. That was the closest. But who am I?
Let it mellow. Frown, flush it down.
All right, so Megan, you pick the next category.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Okay. What is
I love her little evil laugh in the beginning.
a fluffer? What is a fluffer?
Oh, what's a fluffer? Oh boy. I mean, of course, there's another definition of a fluffer. If I was taking, I know this isn't right, but if I was to take a guess, it would be someone that does staging work, some sort of specific staging work.
Finished?
I'm totally guessing this.
Oh, what is your answer?
I put
Read it, please.
staging.
Okay. What is yours, Becky?
Someone who can make a property more appealing.
Okay. What is
I
yours?
said a house that can be sold and it's nice straight away. It's like fluffy, like I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's a slang term for a home stager.
Yeah.
All right. So my initial guess was right, and I was similar to Megan. I think Becca had a similar answer.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Boom. Giving that point to both Megan and Becky. Andrei?
Math,
If a house sells for $470,000,
right?
and the buyer needs to put 20% down, how much is that down payment?
Wow. I mean, that is rudimentary. 47 times 2 is 94. So 94,000.
2,
Come on, baby, you got this.
1. Okay. 80,000.
I definitely got it wrong.
What is yours, Becky? 120,000, and yours is 20,000. Okay.
It's gonna be 94 actually.
Yes.
Yes.
You're right. You're right. Andrei, you get that point because you were the closest.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone. People have calculators today, so you don't have to do math in your head anymore.
Oh, okay. Let's do economics.
Economics.
Please.
Okay. Look at this listing and tell me what price you think it's listed at. This house has 4 beds, 3 baths, 2,600 square feet in Winter Park, Florida. Okay,
I
Megan?
said 3.
I have no idea because I would know Seattle. But if I was to make it, so 2,600 square feet, it looked like a nice appeal from the front. Who knows what the inside of the house is like? It looked like a standard yard. In Seattle proper, depending on the neighborhood, right? Because there's different neighborhoods. But I would say that a house like that in Seattle would probably sell for 1.4 million, 1.3 million. Maybe you could get it down to 900,000 if it was really old on the inside. But 2,600 square feet, that's a pretty good size house. Now, I have no idea what the prices are in that part of Florida. I'm just going to take a guess and say that they're lower in Seattle. Actually, well, I was going to do a search on Zillow just to prove my point, but I don't even know if this kind of reaction video is interesting to y'all. I'm sure a lot of you have turned it off by this point because it's like, why am I reacting to these randos answer trivia about real estate?
349 just because it's Winter Park.
349, okay. 580. What does that say?
480.
480. It's 499,900. What? So you're the closest, Andrei.
All right.
Okay, so half a million. Yeah, I would say that in Seattle the prices must be about twice that of they said Winter Park, Florida. Was that that must be an ironic name.
I think the two of you are tied, aren't you?
Right.
Okay, so we need a tiebreaker. Okay, one more question. Now look at this listing and tell me what price you think it is listed at.
I like
Oh my God.
This condo in West Hollywood, California.
All right, West Hollywood. I'm guessing that's similar, if not higher prices than Seattle. So it looks like a brand new building and 1,400 square foot condo. It's a big condo, 2 bedrooms. Yeah, it's a really nice place. West Hollywood, 1.5 mil. Maybe I'm going a little high. 1.3 mil.
Baths, 1,400 square feet, and overlooking the Hollywood Hills. It's not Florida. All right, Becky, you say what? What is your...
$720,000.
No.
1.2 million.
It is actually 1.699.
Yeah, so, I mean, Seattle, very similar prices. I would, maybe West Hollywood is a little, I mean, depending on where you are in Seattle. But yeah, it's, I mean, I think I might have mentioned this in another video. I might have edited it out, but there was someone making a joke on the internet about a real Seattle home that burnt down halfway and was selling for like $1 million because of the property, I suppose. But it wasn't even a big piece of property. So it's like, here's a house that is half burned down for $1 million, and you know how depressing it is to everyone in Seattle.
That's me.
$1,699,000. Andrei, you are the closest. And Andrei, you are our winner. You are our winner. So congratulations.
Go, baby!
We got you a special gift, an oversized key.
Here's my key.
Out of my face. Flip it around.
Okay, so Andrei won, and I will say that as they were playing the game, they were getting along pretty well. So it makes you wonder if behind the scenes there's maybe less animosity. I don't know, maybe I'm just hoping. All right, well, that does it for that episode. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.